Hi, in this video I just want to talk a little bit about how SAFe will change the culture in your organization. One of the values of SAFe, or a few of them, let's start with alignment and transparency. A cornerstone of SAFe is PI planning. Imagine you have 10 teams in a room, up to 125 people, and all of their outcomes need to be aligned because they're all working on one product. Okay? So alignment is very important. In PI planning you have there's a number of mechanisms to ensure all the teams are aligned. So each team will come up with their own PI objectives. So they're equivalent to sprint goals, and it may be over a period of 3 or 4 sprints. And then these are rolled up into PI objectives so that the whole program is aligned, going in one direction, which is very powerful. At the same time, in PI planning, you have a huge amount of transparency, and transparency builds trust. Also in PI planning, as you have more and more PI planning events, you bring together these people who may not be working closely together at the start, but as you see 1 or 2 program increments, you go through 1 or 2 program increments, 1 or 2 PI planning sessions, you'll start to see the behavior of your tribe completely change. You'll start to see teams working together in ways that you haven't thought of, you may not have thought of. So you start to see the innovation happen from the ground up. They're solving problems, they're working together, things are really happening, and it's all aligned and it's all transparent. Another way that SAFe changes the culture of your organization, let's talk about Scrum. So SAFe builds on Scrum. Scrum teams have goals and they provide focus, commitment, openness, and they need courage. In SAFe, in PI planning, you're planning for 3 or 4 sprints, and they're rolled up into a PI objective that's then aligned across the organization. Across the, let's say, your Agile, your release train, your team of teams. So if you have all these goals that your teams have committed to, and SAFe has some very good mechanisms that helps the teams think through their goals, so it's possible to roll them up. Again, this reinforces the value of commitment. The whole program is committed to these goals. Courage, they're taking a risk, they don't know everything. And openness and focus. There's other things too. One common misunderstanding about PI planning, and unfortunately it comes from the name, is that the main outcome is a plan. The main outcome of PI planning is alignment and transparency. We all know when you're building a software product that it's very complicated and things change all the time. So there's no point in having a plan that's going to last months, because it won't, things will happen and it won't stand the test of time. But alignment on common goals normally don't change. It's very, very powerful. One more thing I'd like to say about how SAFe changes the culture of a team of teams or the enterprise is about courage. In SAFe, it's like a big version of Scrum. You have PI planning, which is the same as planning, equivalent to planning. You have the inspect and adapt, which is like a retro, and you have system demos, which demos the whole integrated product, which is similar to a review or demo in Scrum. But in the retro, where innovation might come in in a very large retro with your whole program, is the team, your large tribe will go through a retro. They'll have a number of experiments, and people will own them and run with them for the next program increment, which might be 3 or 4 sprints. So again, it embeds innovation in the larger enterprise. You're not relying on certain leaders to come up with innovative ideas. It's actually coming from the ground up, and you're unleashing the knowledge, experience, expertise of your teams. So I hope through this short video you've maybe come to understand how SAFe can transform the culture of your organization and more align it along Agile values.